Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? And in today's video we are going to talk about products that I don't like, okay? But the thing is, people out there love them. So people love them, but I personally don't have like very good opinions about them, if you understand what I mean, right? Like I'm at fence, but people love them. So it's like products that people love but I don't love. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into the video and let's go. So I think the first product in this category has to be Lash Paradise Mascara from L'Oreal. Now, listen to me. I have seen thousands of people love Lash Paradise. I have seen Tati love Lash Paradise. I've seen so many people on the face of this earth love Lash Paradise, but I cannot love it. It did not do anything for my lashes. It just thickened up so bad that I just couldn't use it ek baar ke baad. Okay, now this can be something on Nykaa because maybe they sold me the expired product, maybe the product expired ek do use ke baad. I don't know the deal, but that is what happened to me. So I particularly for right now do not love Lash Paradise. Maybe somewhere in life when I grow up, maybe then I would love to rebuy it and try it all over again, but right now we hate it. Okay. Second up, yeah, I'll just not take it out, but I have it there, okay? It's the e.l.f. Putty Primer. Now, e.l.f. Putty Primer, I used it in the winters and yeah, that's it. I just used it in the winters. Now, when I talk about Putty Primer, I still remember Jeffree Star, you know, he once reviewed this Putty Primer and it went out of stock like this. And you know, it stayed out of stock for so long that it actually became a staple for e.l.f. and they made it in huge quantity and they got a lot of money just by selling this product. That is how cult favorite this product is, but it's not for me. This Putty Primer, the Poreless Putty Primer, this specifically, I don't know if I think it caters towards the dry skin more than it caters towards the oily skin. So right now in this season of summer, if I apply this primer, it makes me sweat so bad, so profusely. I can't, okay? So the only time I can actually use this primer has to be during the winters when it's cold and I cannot sweat. That is the only time I can use this primer, which is a little bummer because I literally spent like 900 rupees on this primer and I can only use it for like 2 or 3 months in a year. No, sorry, that doesn't make sense, okay? So yeah, that happened. e.l.f. Putty Primer is not it. Next up is Wet n Wild Key Skin Tint, and listen, first of all, the shade range and the shade that I got, the shade was awful. But it's not just about the shade for me. Yeah, it's not about the shade. I didn't like the formula either, okay? And now I did see a few reviews on this before buying it and honestly I see people liking it, but I did not like it. It did not work for me. The color did not work for me. It was awfully pale and I don't even like the formula. It's not just the color. I didn't even like the formula. It's the formula, it's weird. It's not something I like, okay? You know, even if it's a skin tint, I would want the formulation to be at least itni कि मैं उसको अगर अपनी फिंगर से भी अप्लाई करूँ तो वो अच्छा तो लगे, but it did not look good and I did not like it. That's it. Next up is Swiss Beauty का Real Base. Now Swiss Beauty का Real Base, people like it. I have seen a lot of people use it and love it, but first of all, I have a huge issue with uski khushbu. The smell makes me nauseous. The smell is just puke inducing. It is so strong. I mean, I am somebody who loves perfumes, who loves strong smells, but that smell is just not something I can tolerate, first of all. Secondly, when I used that product for the very first few months, I liked it. I won't lie, I liked it, but I also did notice that it is not the most flawless base giving thing, you know. If it is a primer and you have to use it beneath your foundation should sit properly and beautifully on top of it, right? But there is something that just doesn't very, you know, like sits properly on the skin, and the foundation uske upar, it just looks weird. Like, it's not my favorite. And at this point, I don't even want to use it because uski smell mujhse tolerate nahi hoti. Yup. Next up is, now these are not in the hate category, but I have a strong I don't say dislike, I wouldn't say I dislike them, I would just say that I am not like very happy with them. So first is Beauty Glazed ka color board. Now color board, when I got it, I was like, wow, this is so good, this is revolutionary, but no, it's not. Okay, first of all, I think the color payoff isn't the most beautiful. Okay, it could have been better. Then if you have seen the review for that palette, out of 60 colors, I think there are only 40 colors that would work for you. And if you are buying a palette for 60 colors and only 40 works, and I don't think it makes sense. Like, I can buy a 40 wala palette, why do I need 60 wala? That takes so much of space in my cupboard, right? And I used that palette only twice, and I could never use it ever again because there was nothing out of ordinary in that palette. And that is that. Okay, so yeah, like that palette is not a very huge hit from my side. And the last one, again, this is not a hate thing, but I think people love it more than I could ever love it, and that is Flower Beauty ka blush. Now, I absolutely love Drew Barrymore, and I really loved Drew ka wo, you know, Lash Warrior mascara. That is like my staple mascara, and don't get me wrong, even this blush is not bad, but it's just not something that I cater towards all the time. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like, it is not something I would reach out for every time I'm doing my makeup. You know, I reach out more for that Sunny Leone ki blush stick. Yeah, I reach out for that a lot, but I don't reach out for this because, you know, I have generally felt that when I apply it on top of the foundation, it moves foundation a little bit, right? And I think the color is a little bit more burnt brown for me, and it just makes me look like I have sunburn. So it's also the color, and the formulation is just not the best. Like, people love that blush bomb, but I don't, and I don't know why. Yeah, and I did spend a lot of money on that blush bomb. Okay, it's not that ki bahut cheap tha. It is pretty costly as compared to many other blushes that we have. So yeah, that's it. I think these were the products that I am having a little bit of, you know, how should I say this? Like, मैं थोड़ी सी at fence हूँ इनको लेकर. Yeah, that is that. Nothing else I have to say. And yes, guys, so please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll meet you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.